We're here at Haystack Campground, Crooked River National Grassland, affiliated with Ochoco National Forest. Let's go check out the campsites. We are approaching the boat ramp launch. Here's a couple high quality day use sites. You can see it's covered, so that's nice. Inclement weather. It's got a fire pit, picnic table cover, fire pit, picnic table cover. There's a garbage in between them. So pretty high quality infrastructure here. They were not cheap. They did a high quality job in all of their development of this very high quality area. Haystack Reservoir East Shore Campground. So here is our boat ramp launch. Straight ahead you can see multitude of boat parking. Day use $7. Recreation pass is not valid, so it's $7. And here's a sign: boaters, water level may fluctuate overnight. Please use discretion when mooring your boat. Excellent. Now here is our boat ramp launch. Today is January 21st, 2025. So it is freezing, it's in the 20s. This is a frozen reservoir right now. A lot of it is ice. You're not getting the normal flow you would get. But look at that. Look at those views of mighty Mount Jefferson. That is gorgeous. Particularly gorgeous with this frozen reservoir. Again, it's in the 20s and it's freezing, my friend. Got my gloves on and look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. I've got to say, I've seen a lot of birds flying in this area. This is a heavy bird zone. Huge swarms and flocks of them. Here's our shoreline. Vast shoreline on the reservoir. I know it's a reservoir. It feels like a lake, but technically it's a reservoir. There's our gorgeous views of our friend Mount Jefferson. January 21st, the mountain is bright white, marshmallow white, glowing, effervescent. And the majority of the lake's frozen. This side I'm on is frozen. The other side you can see a little bit more of a flow. This is colder on this side. And there's a good demarcation. You can see on the left here, totally frozen. On the right, it is flowing. So we are in winter proper. Let me show you the sun. With the sun beaming over Haystack Reservoir. Here on the left side, we've got the frozen portion. And then you've got the flowing on the opposite side. Seems to be the colder side for whatever reason. And you've got Mount Jefferson off in the distance. Probably the biggest draw and appeal of this reservoir is these money shots of Mount Jefferson on the horizon and a bunch of other mountains here of Central Oregon, the usual suspects. Pretty gorgeous zone, really tucked in here. Kind of a hidden secret, a well-kept secret, not a lot of people know about Haystack Reservoir. I will also give you a pro tip. Right now I'm on the east shoreline, but on the other side, the north shoreline is actually a spectacular place to catch a morning sunrise. I caught it this morning. You'll see in this playlist the site of the salmon orange sunrise, basically reflecting off the icy, frozen Haystack Reservoir. Absolutely spectacular morning sunrise. So I come camp here and hang out and sit on the shoreline, or actually go boating and go out on the water and just look across at Mount Jefferson. Oh, this is beautiful. I can say, having been here for about a little over an hour, there's a lot of birds in this area. Huge flocks keep landing and congregating and flying off. Makes sense. Good midway point. This is probably where their Google Maps takes them. Oh, with the sun beaming through these gorgeous juniper trees. Here's a panoramic look of the infrastructure. We got 1 day use site, 2 day use sites covered, both with their own little fire pits and garbage between them. And here is our boat ramp launch. Day use area, $7 fee. It appears recreation pass is not valid. They want the $7. Boaters cautioned about fluctuating water levels. And this is really well built out. Here's our parking. Really pretty good size boat parking area. Got the beautiful Haystack Butte across the way, namesake for this campground. I believe the summit of that is 4,023 feet. Also in this area we've got Great Butte, which is like 5,100 feet. So if you ever wonder why it's called Haystack Reservoir, it's because it's the base of Haystack Rock, which is right across the way. Okay, I just finished walking the 24 sites here at Haystack Reservoir East Shore Campground. Here are my final review thoughts. So I think there's 6 good sites, exactly what you'd expect looking at the map along the shoreline: 10, 14, 15, 17, 18, 23. I think 10 was the worst because it's up to get the boat ramp launched and a couple day use sites, so I scratched that one out. On the other end, 23, probably the best for a single family who just wants to sit at their picnic table, look up at Jefferson. It does have a side trail down to the shoreline, but it's much steeper, so you need to be sure-footed to go down that. If you're not sure-footed, I would not do 23. 17, 18 is a great group play cluster. 14, 15 is a great group play cluster. I liked 17, 18 better than 14, 15, but those four are probably your four premium shoreline campsites. You could take any one of them individually. As I said, 17, 18, 14, 15 both kind of feel clustered as duos, but if you just are mindful of where you put your tent and create line of sight breakage, you can make either one of them work, any of those four work as a single family high quality site. So those are the six that are best. There's a lot of inner ones that are pretty fishable that I wouldn't recommend. I'd say if you're coming here, it's a great base camp to explore the area, and Haystack Reservoir is gorgeous and views of Mount Jefferson world class. 15 has its own shoreline access to the right of the tree. You can see it as a break in the sagebrush down to shoreline. So here's 15, there's your fire pit, and then over there's 14. So 14 and 15 are kind of a cluster of awesomeness of two nearby shoreline campsites. So 14, 15, if you grab those together, now you've taken over this whole area. I think I like 17 and 18 better, keeping it real. I thought 17, 18 are better than 14, 15, both as a duo or individually. So I would say here's 18 with its own private access down to Haystack Reservoir shoreline. I'd say if you grab 18 and 17 next to it, either individually, and just be conscious of how you lay out your gear, set up your tent, etc. for privacy lines, or if you grab 18, 17 together, that's a really good play. See, there's 17, there's 18. It's kind of a two-pack. They each have their own shoreline access, both have their own turnabout parking and their own shoreline trails down to the shoreline. But if you grab 17 and 18, then now you've taken over this entire swath of high desert wonderland, juniper laden sagebrush, and you've got this whole section of the reservoir. So here's 17. So I gotta say 23 might be one of my favorite ones. It's offset, it's got its own turnabout, and it's offset from the main road, so it's got better privacy lines. Also isn't paired with another one like 14 and 15 and 17 and 18 are. If you're just looking to sit at your picnic table and enjoy gorgeous views of Mount Jefferson, then 23 is probably your best site. I'd definitely put my tent right there. Again, it's got the turnabout, which is nice for like an RV. So this is great, just picnic table action. I will say that it does have its own side trail down to the shoreline, but it's pretty steep. So if you have issue with your footing, this might be a little dangerous for you. 14, 15, 17, 18 have more of a flat approach to Haystack Reservoir. So if you're all about going to the reservoir back and forth, then one of those four is probably better, because this is going to be hard to go up and down multiple times a day. But if you're more focused just on sitting here and enjoying the views of Jefferson, then 23 might be the best single party, solo, single family privacy play. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is crazy. That is world-class legend. Can I interest you in a wonderland zone, my friend? Look at this. This is crazy. This is the North Shore Fishing Pier, Haystack Reservoir, Ochoco National Forest, Crooked National Grassland. And look at how beautiful this is. Look at this, my friend. This is absolutely spectacular. You got the frozen Haystack Reservoir, and you've got the beautiful salmon sunrise, quintessential morning sunrise here in Central Oregon. Got the flow of part of the reservoir, and the rest is a frozen sheet of ice. I certainly wouldn't walk across that. I think you would break right through, my friend. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. It's a pink salmon, orange marmalade. Absolutely beautiful. This is legend, my friend. I'm really glad I stopped to capture this. This is truly special.